Hello, everybody. Sorry about that. This is what
The
happens
following
when you're
podcast is
hosting by
brought to you by the
yourself. Hi,
Jollers
everybody.
Podcasting
Welcome to
Network,
the Chop
found
Shop. I am
exclusively at
Orlando. I'll be your
WrestlingWithJollers.com.
host for the evening. Unfortunately, everybody else is a little busy. So we're going to be talking about things of WWE. So first and foremost, we at Bucklebomb, we would like to give our well wishes to Carmella. She just shared yesterday on her Instagram and her social media about her miscarriage. So it's unfortunate for her and Corey Graves. It seems like they were both about to become like they were about to grow their family and such, but a lot of things happen with that. So we want to wish them the best wishes. So let's just hope that everything goes well with them. Um, let's see, what should we talk about? Oh yeah, that's right. Shinsuke Nakamura is gonna go to New Japan. He's gonna be wrestling the Great Muta. So it seems as though that the it seems like the relationship with New Japan and WWE is going well. So we shall see what happens. Um, we would like to go ahead and say congratulations to Mandy Rose. She's about to celebrate well, she already celebrated 1 year as champion. So right now, NXT is live right now tonight, so they're going to be showing her her celebration. So we'll see what happens here. So now let's see. Congratulations to Alexa Bliss and Asuka that won the women's tag belts last week. Can't believe that they actually won the tag belts. I mean, we don't really know where this is going with Damage Control and Bianca, Alexa, and Asuka. Well, I mean, they're now going to Crown Jewel, so we see that we're having two championship title matches. So of course, the last woman standing match between Bianca Belair versus uh, with Bailey. That's probably going to be a great match. Can't wait just to see how those women are going to be. Um, so we would like to go ahead and see like how they're gonna like do that match, just to see because like I mean it's gonna be in the Saudi Arabia show. So I mean it's just like will they accept for the women to, do something so violent? I mean, we'll see. I mean, every single time they go to Saudi Arabia, they're progressing when it comes to women's matches. I mean, they just did the elimination chamber earlier this year, so I'm thinking that Bianca and Bailey are going to have an excellent match. And they just announced that they're going to have the women's tag belts, which is Asuka and Alexa defending against Damage Control. So we'll see if Damage Control retains the belts. So it'll be interesting to see where that goes. Then, of course, you have the OC versus Judgment Day. Now, I'm anxious just to see who they're going to bring in to help out because, of course, the OC is dealing with Rhea Ripley. She's giving us our 2000 what's it called, our 21st century version of China. So it's always exciting. I mean, last week when she slammed, Luke Gallows, that was just an amazing thing that happened there. Let's see. I mean, I'm hoping that it's more like maybe somebody from the back, like from like Raw or SmackDown. I mean, I wouldn't mind if they bring in Raquel for it. I mean, that would be fun. Um, or I mean, they could bring in somebody back. There's reports about Chelsea Green and Mia Yim maybe returning to WWE, so that could be interesting. I mean, I'm just waiting for that Beth Phoenix match versus Rhea. So I mean, that's I mean, they're probably gonna save that probably for Survivor Series and maybe the Rumble. I mean, that would be fun. I mean, they could even save it until WrestleMania. I mean, that would be a dream match right there. And Rhea always wanted to work with her and probably with probably uh, Caitlyn because she did talk about Caitlyn. She was very excited when Caitlyn came in, so that's always fun. So we'll see who the OC chooses. Bray Wyatt's going to be at Crown Jewel. So last week, of course, we got a little taste of Uncle Howdy. So it seems as though it's actually, Bray Wyatt himself versus his demons. But we'll see, like, if they'll use somebody to like play some of his characters. Like, there is reports about Bo Dallas coming back. So he is the real life brother of Bray Wyatt. I mean, they kind of do look alike. It's just the only thing is just that He doesn't have the color eyes and like blonde hair. But I mean, they could dye it and then give him contact lenses if they wanted to, or they'll just have it in a mask. They're about like the same height, the same, almost the same build. So I don't know if his physique changed. I mean, since he's been released from WWE, but we'll see. You never know. I mean, because he hasn't really posted anything on social media. I mean, so it'll be interesting just to see if Bo Dallas comes back and probably helps out his brother with his storyline. It's very exciting just to see what's going to happen there. Next match they have is going to be Braun Strowman versus Omos. Now, I'm hoping this is going to show what Omos can do, because we're just trying to see what Omos can do, because right now he is in that role of a giant. So we need to see where he goes in regards to with this feud. I'm thinking they're probably gonna say probably feud again in probably in Survivor Series, maybe take it until the end of December. I mean, they could save. I mean, they could do that. Have it like on Raw or SmackDown to end the feud. So we'll see regarding about that, how this feud goes. Next matchup they do have is the Usos versus the Brawling Brutes. Right here, I'm thinking that this is going to be the Usos retaining, because they're going to be facing the New Day, because they keep mentioning the New Day's record. So it has to be something in the lines of where um, they're trying to see in regards about seeing in regards about like where they want to take it. So um, I mean, we'll see if maybe they'll have like maybe the New Day beat them, or they'll probably surpass them. So I mean, I wouldn't mind if the Usos surpasses them, because I'm thinking they're wanting to save the feud with Sammy and company. By the way, that segment last week with Sammy and the Bloodline, that was just so funny. He's not oosty enough. I mean, I just have to say, it's just like Sammy is just comedy gold right now. So you know. So we just have to see what's going to happen. It should be fun, just to see if, because the turn is coming with, when the bloodline turns on Sami Zayn. And then, of course, Kevin Owens comes in. Now, there is the report about, maybe Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn taking the titles away from the Usos. So there's a lot of different factors that's coming around this. So it should be exciting just to see where it goes. But I give it to the Usos at Crown Jewel. I like, Butch, Pete Dunne, and so we'll see, but I don't see them winning the tag belts. There's still, much that the Usos can do with the tag belts right now. So we'll see. Then we of course have Bobby Lashley versus Brock Lesnar. Now, I'm thinking that Brock is probably going to get his win. Now, if they do decide to give Bobby a win, that would be very excellent for WWE to do, to show that he does have, some sort of presence in, showing that he should be in the main title picture. Because, like, he was holding it down on Raw with the US belt. He hasn't been pinned in several months. So we'll see if, they'll give him that win. But I'm thinking Brock is probably going to get the win, and we'll probably get another rubber match, probably maybe at the Royal Rumble or something. Because like Brock is probably not going to come back until probably either the Rumble or Mania. So I mean, they could save it until Mania. Like Bobby Lashley gets really upset, and then he just gets win after win after win, being dominant, and then so that way he wants Brock to come back. So we shall see about that. The other match at Crown Jewel is the Steel Cage match, which is, um, it's going to be Drew McIntyre versus Karrion Kross. So this should be exciting just to see what they'll do with them, because they haven't been like face to face to each other since Extreme Rules and afterwards on SmackDown with that whole car crash. So we'll see what happens there. I'm thinking probably Drew will win this match, and then we'll probably have another rubber match probably towards the end of the year, or maybe the beginning of the new year. I mean, there's probably a lot of these feuds are probably going to be saved for maybe after Survivor Series, during Survivor Series, or at the end of the year, so that way they can just cap off 2022. Because there's going to be a lot of shows coming up for WWE in December. I know they're coming down to Miami. I probably would probably go. I don't know yet. It's on a Wednesday, which is so weird. Any of you guys going to any of the WWE shows that are going to your towns? Let us know, please. Um, I am actually going to Impact. A little side note of Impact Wrestling. Um, yeah, they're coming down to Fort Lauderdale in the first week of December. So I got my tickets. I'm going with my friend Paul. So I'm very excited to go to Impact Wrestling to see, Mickey James, the champ, Josh Alexander. Hopefully, I see the Motor City Machine Guns. Um, and so many others. So hopefully they'll be there. And of course, the main event, which will be Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul. Now, for this match, I'm gonna think they're gonna drag it out, and there's gonna be a lot of like interference and such. I'm thinking that Logan Paul will get a knockout shot at Roman, but he's not gonna get the win. So I'm thinking that Roman will probably win this match, but like to the skin of his teeth. I mean, I would love it if they did like a 5 minute match where like Roman Reigns just squashes, Logan Paul and just be like, why is this guy in my ring like right now? Nobody should. Like he cut out like an amazing like like on air like like a camera to camera person when he was walking to the back saying that this is my ring, this is my show, this is my camera. Like he was like really getting upset with everybody saying like, why is everybody thinking that he's gonna knock me out? Like why, So I'm hoping it'll probably be a dominant win, but knowing probably what they'll do, they'll give him a long match. They'll probably have Logan Paul get some offense in. He'll probably almost get the win, but Roman will still retain and still be on top. Um, I'm liking so now for the rest of the shows, like Raw and SmackDown. Um, Raw this past Monday, they did have, they're still kind of telling the story about Seth Rollins and Mustafa Ali. So I'm liking the fact that maybe Ali will get a chance to face Seth Rollins for the belt. It's not going to be a crown jewel. It'll probably be maybe Survivor Series, maybe, or maybe it'll probably be on a Raw. So we'll see. This coming SmackDown, it will be Gunter Walter versus Rey Mysterio. And there's reports saying that it's a very great match because it was taped, because of the fact that most of the talent will probably be at Crown Jewel or, you know, and they didn't want to have like, a taping without certain people. So we'll see what's going on. I'm excited to see that match this coming Friday. So hopefully, we know for a fact probably Gunter's going to retain, but I'm hoping maybe Rey Mysterio gets an upset win. But actually, I'm liking the fact that Rey Mysterio has more people that he could work with on SmackDown. I'm still hoping for him versus for Escobar. You know, I mean, I think Escobar would love to face Rey Mysterio, so we'll see if that ever happens. I'm thinking that'll probably maybe be like a WrestleMania match, but you never know. They may start it while the Royal Rumble is going to happen. I think they'll probably like start feuding and stuff. And I know probably Legado de Fantasma, they would love to face Rey Mysterio, all three of those men. And of course, Selena has a lot of history with Rey because of course Andrade and she's always getting involved in his matches. So we'll see about that. Um, I do actually like with the Legado Fantasma that it seems like BFAB, because they're feuding with Hit Row, that BFAB looks like she's going to be wrestling. So hopefully they'll give chances to her, to Scarlett, to Maxine Dupree, because there are some new women there, and hopefully they can become future opponents for the championship. Because I think it's time that we need to start building the women's division again. So those three could be a great addition. Um, I I don't know about the pairing with Raquel and with Shotzi, but I do like the fact that Shotzi's back as a face. I do like the fact that she has her tank again because the tank is her image, is her thing. So we'll see regarding about that, how that goes. Liv Morgan's going all crazy now. She's very Harley Quinn Jokerish. So we'll see where that goes. So this Friday we'll have a no DQ match with her and Sonya Deville. So we'll see where that goes, you know. And of course, Ronda Rousey as your champ. I'm just wondering who they're gonna have her drop the belt to, because right now she just faced a returning Emma. So we'll see who else is there for her to face. I would like it again for Raquel, you know, like a heel Ronda versus a face Raquel, or like, you know, a face Shotzi versus a heel Ronda. You know, that would be fun. I'm hoping like, you know, Shayna Baszler steps up to her. Maybe that would be fun, but I wouldn't mind them as a tag team either because they will probably be dominant as a tag team. So we'll see regarding about that. The Johnny Gargano and Miz storyline kind of thing is kind of funny. It's very silly, kind of, you know, quirky comedy and stuff. So anxious just to see how they're going to work together, you know, the Miz and Johnny Gargano. I'm thinking like what Triple H is trying to do is making, you know, Johnny Gargano get his feet wet with, you know, certain talents that's been on the roster for several years. So hopefully, you know, they'll make, you know, Johnny Gargano like a big thing because I feel like he could be like maybe like a Daniel Bryan type of face if booked right. You know, I didn't like him too much as a heel when he was in NXT. You know, I don't know, it didn't feel right. Like for me, he should have stayed face and stuff. So we'll see how that goes. But of course, like you know, the whole like mocking the 60 minutes that segment on Raw was so stupid. And then he was like like doing the reenactments of all of them, which is so stupid. But I mean, we'll see what happens. So um, no Candice last Monday. I'm just wondering why. So we'll see what happens there. So yeah. Um, yeah, so of course, you know, it's funny that Riddle dressed up as Ezekiel, the brother of Elias, you know. So that was like a fun little Halloween costume. You know, of course, and then the Chippendale segment that the Alpha Academy dressed up as from like SNL, where it was like it was Patrick Swayze and uh, 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 Seth MacFarlane, I think. No, not Seth MacFarlane. I forgot what was the comedian's name. That yeah, that they were kind of making fun of that. That was kind of funny. So we'll see. Um, I like the fact that Nikki Cross is back. Crazy Nikki is back. You know, can't wait just to see what she can do. I mean, she had a good little match with, you know, Bianca. But it seems as though that she doesn't have a side. So it's just like, you know, we don't know where she's going at. So that I like that. Like, you know, you may need like some tweeners or somebody that doesn't align with anybody. So that should be fun to, you know, see where they go with that. Um, so we shall see what happens there. Unfortunately, there were a few NXT releases. There's just a few that weren't on TV or they weren't improving. That's what the reports were saying from PW Insider. One of the names that they said was Buddy Heyman. He was a part of Chase U. That was unfortunate that he got released. I mean, because he was on TV a lot. So I thought that maybe his character was good. So maybe he was going to develop his wrestling. So I thought they were going to keep him. But it seems as though that they want everything to be up par. The the wrestling, the character work, everything like that. So you know, I'm hoping that Body continues on with his wrestling career. It seems like he is. He's very bitter. He's very sad about his release, but it's challenging him to get better so that that way he can come back to WWE. So that's always a positive thing. So we shall see where he goes. Impact, AEW, just go through the indies. So that should be just to see what where it goes from there. Um, yes. Um, so pretty much that's about it from WWE. So just let us know if you're going to be watching Crown Jewel. Let us know what you think about how Raw, SmackDown, NXT is going so far. Um, some minor changes from certain characters, some little story beats are happening, so it's making some sense. So we shall see what happens. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channels. You know, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Twitch. You know, we do have our website, buckleballentertainment.com. We do have a merch. Go ahead and check out our merch. We do also are available on the podcast form if you just want to listen to us. So please go ahead and listen to us there. I would like to thank everybody who has joined me at this moment in time. Until next time, bye bye, everybody.